Hey, sexy people, let's talk about something I see all of the time. Something that keeps so many of you stuck, afraid, confused, and emotionally paralyzed. Your partner refused to go to coaching or therapy. They say things like, I'm not doing that ENM shit. Why should I pay for that? She ain't going to convince me of nothing. If you go, you must be planning to leave. I'm not investing in something I don't want. I'm not doing all of that. But before we get into this, I am Taylor Sparks, your ethical non-monogamy coach and sex goddess. And disclaimer, I am not here to make your choices for you. I'm here to support you in understanding them and in creating relationships that are as expansive and as authentic as you are. Now let's get into this. So first things first, their reaction isn't about you. It's about fear. Listen, your partner's resistance has nothing to do with coaching. It has everything to do with fear. Fear of change, fear of accountability, fear of having to confront their own flaws, fear of losing control, fear that you will grow when they will not, fear that your clarity will require them to step up, fear that honesty will mean the end of the comfort they have in the current dynamic. When a partner refuses coaching, what they are really saying is, I'm scared of what I might learn. I'm scared of what you might learn. I'm scared of what clarity might do. A lot of people are more comfortable with the relationship that is struggling as long as it stays familiar than they are with a relationship that requires growth, honestly. But here's the truth nobody tells you. Their fear is their boundary. It is not your prison. Secondly, you are being held hostage by someone else's decision. So many of you are living in emotional limbo. You want clarity. You want communication. You want honesty. You want to understand your desires. You want to stop hiding. You want to stop lying. You want to stop feeling pulled in two different directions. You want to understand ethical non-monogamy or, understand why you're craving something deeper, freer, more authentic. But you keep telling yourself, I can't get help unless they agree. Or I can't do coaching unless they're on board. I can't make a move until we're working as a team. But let me ask you something. Are you a team right now? Or are you tiptoeing around their fear while abandoning yourself? Because your desire for clarity, your desire for emotional peace, your need for truth, your need for communication, those things matter. You are not emotionally or spiritually attached at the hip. You get to have support even if your partner says no. Their no does not override your yes. Their fear does not get to cancel your healing. Their comfort does not get to dictate your growth. Thirdly, here's why some partners don't want you in coaching. We got to be honest with each other. Some partners don't want you in coaching or therapy or counseling because your clarity threatens their comfort. Because when you get clarity, you stop tolerating their bullshit. You stop shrinking. You stop over-explaining. You stop living in confusion. You stop lying to keep the peace. You stop accepting emotional crumbs, if you will. You also stop waiting for them to change. You stop being the only one doing the emotional labor, and you start communicating with confidence. You start expressing what you want. You start honoring your desires. You start setting boundaries that actually mean something. You start seeing the relationship without rose-colored glasses. You start showing up as a self-led adult instead of a scared kid. And baby, they feel that shit before you even say a word. Some partners fear coaching because they fear your evolution. But your evolution was never supposed to be negotiable. Fourth, you don't need permission to get support. And let me say this one more time for the people in the back. You don't need your partner's permission to heal. You don't need their participation to find clarity. You don't need their approval to understand yourself. You don't need them to be ready for you to grow. because you are allowed to stand on your own 2 feet. You are allowed to seek support. You're allowed to build emotional clarity. You are allowed to design a relationship aligned with your truth, and you are allowed to get help even if they refuse to join you. Your partner's fear is their responsibility. Your clarity is yours. 5th, you do not have to break up to break free. You don't have to threaten the relationship. You don't have to blow your life up. You don't have to make a dramatic exit. You don't have to choose between staying and suffering or leaving and losing everything. There is a 3rd path, standing in your truth inside of the relationship. You can get clarity, learn the skills, regulate your emotions, understand your desires, express your boundaries, stop lying, stop hiding, stop panicking, stop overthinking, stop waiting, stop being held hostage by someone else's limits. You don't have to break out to break free. You can free yourself. So if your partner refuses to come to coaching, let them. It is their right. But your clarity, that is yours. You are not attached at the hip. You are not a hostage. And you are not required to stay stuck because someone else is scared. I'm here when you're ready. You can take advantage of our Black Friday special this weekend with $100 off your 90-minute clarity session when you use the code BF100. And this offer ends on December 1st. You don't need a partner present to get your life back. You just need one moment of courage to choose yourself. Book your session at organicloving.com/coaching. And remember, again, I'm not here to make your choices for you. I'm here to support you in understanding them and in creating relationships as expansive and authentic as you are. Until next time, your love, your rules, and your freedom. Bye-bye.